And then you're able to see everyone, right, as they come in?
I will, yeah, yes. It's still connecting, but I sure will. I'll be able to see everybody.
Cool.
Get their information. Okay. Streaming less than, okay, there we go. There we go. Can you see? You can see me?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. I am. Mm-hmm. I'm good, yeah. So it is perfect. All right, greetings, family. We are so excited to be here, to be able to share this with you. Just waiting for everybody to come in, and this is going to be absolutely amazing. What a wonderful opportunity to have this great experience. So I am absolutely over the moon. Absolutely. So let's see what we get. We're going to wait for the family to come on through. Okay, and there's Linda. Greetings, Linda. If you want to get a reading where we're going to be reading on your chakra as well as children's chakras, go ahead and put in your name and your date of birth. We're taking the first 10 people. And so it's on a first come, first served basis. Come on through so we can get you taken care of. Okay, let's see. We've got Sharice. Linda, if you want to get a reading. Okay, there we go. All right, we've got Sharice 32889. And Ram, I'm going to let you take care of her first. Sharice is 32889. I'm going to take care of Linda. All right, 26, 92. Let a few more people get in. We're going to take.
Does she have a birth time?
Birth time. Sharice, what time were you born? Do you know? So you
What
need
location?
the time as well for this one?
And the location.
And the location. Okay. That might make this a little more. Okay. Sharice, do you know the time that you were born and the location?
Well, just the city, state.
Oh, the city and state?
Yeah, just city and state.
Put that in here. Okay, we got Aylin Matthews. Okay, Lynn, she was born in Newport News, but she doesn't know the time.
Okay.
Oh no, that's Linda. Linda, I don't need that. He needs that. I don't need that. Let's see. Get Aylin. What is Aylin's birthday, Yenny? Oh no, never mind. Never mind. I got it. 7, 19, 3. 8, 1. 2004.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Yenny, for Keon, if you can give us the date of birth, and I'm sorry, not the date of birth, but the place of birth, and if you know the time of birth, that's great. Let's see. Name, date of birth, place, and
city, state, and time.
mm-hmm. All right, we got Danielle. And she is, okay. 881. Oh, well, no wonder that. Okay, Danielle, that makes a lot of sense, seeing your numerology. Let me give you another one, Ramel. Okay. Danielle, she was born 8/11/81. In Detroit, Michigan, 9:15 a.m. So far you've got Sharice and you've got Danielle.
And
Ramiel, can
Detroit,
you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you, Detroit,
Okay.
Michigan. And so I need Sharice's time and place.
Sharice does not know the time.
Okay, well, give me the place.
Sharice was born in Rochester, New York.
Okay, so hold on one second.
Uh-huh.
All right. So Sharice, what's her birth date again?
3/28/89.
Okay.
Okay. And then I've got one more for you. Yenny.
No, where's Sharice born at?
Sharice was born in Rochester, New York.
Okay.
Okay, and I've got Sharice's time as well.
Okay, great.
1:13 a.m.
Okay, and then, all right, the next person.
Yenny, Yeni.
Mm-hmm.
7/19/83.
Okay.
Born in Los Angeles, California. 4:33 p.m.
Got it.
Okay. And Yenny, for Keon, I need date of birth. No, I've got that. No, I've got everything I need for Keon. I'll do Keon and Ramael will do you. So I have Linda, I have Keon, and I have Shantea. All right. 5/14/88. All righty, we're just waiting for 4 more people to come in. Okay, and Aylin. All right. Aylin, you have a time for Aylin, Yenny? I need a time and a place of birth, city and state if you have it. Let me give you your 4th one, Ramiel.
Okay.
Aylin, Aylin. Date of birth, 8/4/12. Her mother is Yenny, born at 12:29 a.m. in Los Angeles.
For the last few days, I have not written.
I will do Hanson, 12/26/86. Okay. All righty, we just need 2 more people and we'll make it happen. All right, so this will be the last. We've added quite a few people here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this will be it. Let's see. We are. Okay, so we can make sure that everyone is taken care of. All right. Yeah, I'll do the family set. That'll just make that easier. Tanika, 219. Zovia, it's beautiful. 319. And oh, Xavier, that's beautiful. Xavier. Okay. 519 2000. Okay, cool. All righty. Ramael, I will let you go ahead since you have family members. I'll let you go ahead and do your 4.
Okay.
Because I've got a family set as well. And then we'll be finished for the day. Okay.
So I have Sharice, right? And okay, so I need to know who comes along with her.
No, nobody. The only people that have children with them, and I'm actually going to give you Yenny's other child as well.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because since I've got Tanika's family, I'm going to balance that out. Yenny's husband is Hanson.
Okay, let me go. Let me get in
Okay. 12/26/86. Hanson was born in Houston, but we don't have a time.
All right, let me set this as his time. He's born in Houston.
And then we have one more child that goes with that family.
Oh. What was his name?
Hanson, Hanson.
And then one more child.
Okay. A son, Keon, Keon.
Okay.
Looking for a date of birth for him. 1 second.
Born in Los Angeles also.
I've got, so I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you.
Born in Los Angeles also.
I'm looking to see. Let's see. I was born in LA. My son was born. Okay, he was born at 4:33 p.m. I'm looking for his time, his date. Keon. Okay, Keon is 8/1/04. And Yenny, if you could put where he was born. I don't see the where. I've got the time, but I don't see the where. Keon, 4:30. Oh no, here it is, Los Angeles. He was born in Los Angeles at 4:33.
Okay.
Okay, and one more son with that family since you're doing the family. Hanson Jr.
Hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
Go back here and that out. Okay, Hanson Jr.
And that's 12/1/18.
Okay.
Born at 11:15 p.m. But I don't see the location.
Los Angeles, more than likely.
Could be. Oh, wait, here's yet another son. Okay, if y'all gonna add your children, I need you to put all the children at one time so that we can move forward. Linda C, are you, let's see, that's the same Linda. Okay, yeah. So we finished now. Linda, I'll go ahead and add your children in, but I need everybody to put, I need you to put all your people together so we're not scattered all over the place. So let's see, I believe, okay, there's another son. Let me know if you're ready. This is with Hanson and Yenny's family.
All right, 1 second.
Hanson, where was Hanson Jr. born? Let me add Linda's other family members. Let's see.
All right, what's the next one?
This one is Leon, Leon. Leon was born 11/27/20. Jacksonville, Texas. 11:31 a.m. So that's that whole family. I'm adding Linda's family over on my side now. 9, 2, 12, Mark Quinn, 3, 8.
And tell them so that we have them all on. Tell the parents. I guess they can hear me. Put a list of their family, because when I get to them, I'm going to want to know who is all there so they can be read off to me, because I have to go back and look at, all the charts instead of it being scattered. So if they can make one text with everybody that's in the family that they just gave us.
Okay, because now Sharice is adding in children as well. Okay, hold on. Okay, Sharice, and Alicia, we've already closed out. I appreciate you adding in, but we've already closed out accepting new people. We want to take care of everyone that we've started with. So we decided to do the first 10 people. So we're going to add Sharice's additional family members in, and then we will be finished reading for the day. So let's see. Michelle, we've closed out for the day. Thank you so much for your submission, but we've already got the first 10. Put that in here again, the first 10. We will be back, inshallah, at 8:08 p.m. Tonight, Eastern Standard Time. So you're more than welcome to come back. But then we're also going to just do the first 10 people who come on, okay? So let's see, we've got 2, 13, 16, and Chanel. 11. If you need a minute to finish pulling that family together, then I can do the individual. Well, yeah, I can do the individual person.
I mean, I can begin with Sharice.
Okay.
Since she's solo.
Well, no, she's not.
Okay.
I thought she was. She just added in additional family members.
How many?
2.
Okay, so let me get them.
Okay. And forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your child's name. I'll spell it Saiyuri. I believe it's Sayuri. 2:13:16. 3:29 p.m. in Rochester.
Is that a female or male?
I believe, let's see, middle name. I
Rochester,
can't tell with the name. I believe it is, though. And if
Rochester,
it's not Chanel, Sharice, please let us know.
Where's she born at again?
Rochester. Both of these children are Rochester.
All right.
And the next is Chanel. Yeah, it's a girl. And the next is Chanel. She's 7/9/11 and no time of birth.
Okay,
and these are Sharice's children.
Okay, and then Rochester also, right?
Rochester, So I can go ahead and start with Danielle to give you a minute to pull the families together. Going forward, especially if you come back on at 8, if you're going to do your children, please put it all in one text so that we're not all over the place. We want to be able to share with you. And we're dedicating 30 minutes to actually give complimentary readings. And then we got to go right back to work because we got people that are doing readings. So help us to help you. All right, Danielle, let me grab here we go, Danielle. Yeah, that's off the hook right there. That makes all the sense in the world. Okay, Danielle, so you are a 1. Well, you're a 10, which takes your 1 to a whole nother level. And so the things you always want to be concerned with, and keep in mind the health portions that I'm telling you about that coordinate with these chakras, because you've got that 0 in your numbers, it's always amplified. It's always amplified. So at all times, you have got to watch and protect your heart, your blood, and your circulation. There is no time at all that you can just afford to blow off working out. And I know that you do belly dance and all of those things, or that you've done it in the past. These are things that you have to maintain even as you get older, because these are your areas, and you've got that 0 with your numerology. So that means that it is amplified. So you always have to do extra concerning your heart. You always have to do extra concerning your heart, because that is the area that you need to stay in. Okay. And now we're going to look at right now the chakra that is most troubled or most damaged in you. Okay. This is really exciting when we do it for families, because you get a chance to see what is challenged in you, what's challenged in your children, and then you're able to find out if the challenge that your child is having is something that came from the mother, the father, from whose side, so that we know how to clear it up and clean it. Danielle, I pulled 5 cards for you, and I need you to choose a number between 1 and 5 so that I can read your troubled chakra and tell you the message that it's giving to you. Are you still on the line? Let's see what we got. Danielle, are you still there? Okay, let's see who I have next. I have Linda and her family, Tanika and her family. Are you ready, Ramiel? And then I can just move. Yeah. Are you ready, Ramiel? And
Yeah,
yeah, go ahead, because Danielle's not responding.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I'm looking at the way that I'm doing it, so everyone knows, is that I'm looking at the parent and the child, and speaking a little bit on the relationship and on the what stands out as far as the chakras with the parent and the child also.
Ramiel, I apologize. Danielle just now responded.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and knock her out real quick, and then we can go back over there, okay? You all, please we only are dedicating 30 minutes to this. So if we're doing your complimentary reading, please respond as soon as we ask, because we need to be fair and move to the next person. Danielle called number 3. This is speaking about your first eye. And in your first eye, it is speaking about balance. The balance card is what came up for you. So that is where the greatest amount of trouble is coming through for you. What they're saying is that right now, because you have so much previous information and you're getting so much new information, that it's putting you into a place of conflict. And so they want you to go through and to clear out and to balance out what you've been taught, so that you're able to then go forth and to be absolutely clear on what you believe, not based on what people have told you. This also opens up the door with this type of conflict. It opens up the door for headaches. So if you've noticed that you had headaches or that you've been a little bit irritated, it's because you got an overabundance of information in that first eye. So this is the time that you want to clear that out, cleanse it, and then decide what information is no longer applicable to me, what information is no longer dedicated to my highest and best good. Okay. Danielle, let me know if that resonated with you. And you can go right ahead, Ramael, and I will get Linda's family prepared.
Okay. And so, who is Sharice's other daughter? I have Chanel, and who's the other one?
I believe it's pronounced Sayuri.
Got it. I just need to know that. Okay. So I'm going to talk to Sharice about herself and then Chanel first, and then I'll bring up Shuri.
Okay.
And I apologize for the mispronunciation. So the thing that stands out about you, Sharice, that I'm getting here is that your sixth and your seventh chakra is where the issue is coming in. You're being pushed to learn how to work with the divine, knowing how to connect spiritually. A lot of your energy is steeped into the third dimension with your, with all the fire and air signs that you have. You have Earth in a couple of areas, but that's Aries Sun and Sagittarius Moon, as well as Aries Mercury, and the houses that they're in. It's pushing you towards that, that aggression, that tendency to have a lot going on, and even on an emotional level, this is where you get the necessity of needing time. There's a lot of lessons that you're dealing with in this department when it comes to your emotions and knowing how to handle them. You throughout your life, this is where you've seen with the Sagittarius moon, you need time to understand. You need time to sort it out. You want to make sure you're taking that time. But because you have a Pisces North Node and coming out of a South Node tendency with Virgo, this is where you're being pushed, especially when, and you'll see this in financial matters. You'll see this in matters concerning your home, matters concerning your aesthetics, and all those things. You're being pushed to learn how to depend on the divine, learn how to accept the dreams that you have, your intuition, all those things. And this is dealing with developing the sixth and the seventh chakra. Okay, so even the colors that you have around you, keeping more of violet and purples and things like that around you, having stones dedicated to that, making sure that you're bathing. One good things that you can add to your bathing is magnetic hematite to wash away certain energies or to help protect you from certain energies. Um, uh, Clay, what is the clay? I'll remember the name of the clay in a second.
The bentonite.
Yes, that's it, bentonite clay. Those type of things are great for you to bathe in because it'll help cleanse your energy, but it'll also help to replenish you. Your daughter, Chanel, she's very sensitive. And she, with that Cancer Sun, Scorpio Moon, she's a lot more sensitive to you than you. And this is where you're seeing that there's some communication conflict, hurt feelings with her, and things like that can transpire. Uh, she's going to love to travel. Okay, she's going to be a person who traveling is going to be great for her. She really is going to attempt to make her family life better. She's going to attempt to do things that set up the coming generations with her Uranus and Aries in the seventh house. A lot of the moves that she'll make will be to the benefit of her spouse, her family, her children, and things of that nature. So getting her the tools and an understanding of that early. She's a sacrificer. And this is where she can run into issues. That Scorpio is so black and white that she can push or have the tendency to push to get answers and results, or to know what things are, and tend to cut people off too early when she's emotional. And this can lead her, with it being in house two, her emotional development with her heart is important. Her heart chakra becomes important. Also with the Cancer, um, she can be pushed into being an emotional spender. So the tendency to spend when she's emotional and things like that. Those are heart chakra issues um, that you want to help with her, in her development. Um, but your relationship with her is where she's going to learn a lot of this sacrifice and actually putting herself first. Okay. Let me bring up the other baby. Let's see here. Okay. So sorry. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'd love to know how to pronounce that. She's she's different than your other daughter. Very different. She's way more inquisitive. She is going to go through a lot of metamorphosis throughout her life mentally. She's going to change a lot. You have to give her the room to do it. Her knowledge base, her spiritual base. She's going to walk to the beat of her own drum. Um, that Aquarius in the eighth house is going to, give her that tendency to go through a lot of deaths and rebirths. So the room for her to do that is going to be important. That Taurus in her moon in the 10th house, that is where that stubbornness comes from, especially when she's upset or emotional. Um, there's a tendency to not know when to dispose of people in relationships, so you really want to help her with that. Um, she's actually the opposite of you, which is interesting because she's learning how to get out of her head, how to get out of her dreams, and be more in the third dimension, because there's a disconnect there. She has a lot of planets in the third decanate, and that third decanate represents a disconnect, excuse me, with the 3D. So she's learning how to be more grounded. She's not going to always understand people or to look at the world as something that she likes or wants to be in, but literally this is where her lessons are coming from. And every time she tries to escape, then she's going to find that the divine is going to push her into the necessity of learning how to connect. How do you deal with this dimension here? Because she's a very spiritual person, but she also can run to that to get away from her problems. And she'll find that a lot of this will come through um, her connection with her siblings. They may sometimes feel um, like they're so different that they're disconnected. They may not understand each other and things like that. But her siblings are actually where the lesson of um, learning how to be more present is going to come from. Okay, working on her root chakra is important because she actually needs to develop it. Um, her 7 and 6 chakras are going to be fine because that's going to be her escape, but they actually can be being pushed overboard.
Mhm.
Okay, instead of her, and so she needs to actually come back down a little bit to the first chakra, be more involved in the second chakra, and learn to find that balance. Okay, but again, um, she's probably the one that you will have less conflict with because you all have certain similarities that are the same. Your nerve nodes are in opposite directions, so you actually are going to help teach each other these lessons. So Sharice is in Pisces. Um, sorry, is in Virgo, 180-degree opposite. So the lessons that you all are going to teach each other are going to be very helpful. Okay. And you can move on to the one that you have next.
Okay. Perfect. No, that's fine. Shantea, I'm going to go ahead and do you since you are single. And then Ram, you can do the next people that you have. Who do you have next?
I think that was Hanson Jr.
Okay, perfect. Yep. And then I'll come back and do Linda and Tanika's family, and then we'll be good. Because you don't have anybody else after the Hansons, right?
No, they were the ones who I had. I think it was like 6 of them.
I was going to say it's what 25 of them. So
yeah,
you good.
Yeah.
You will have done your service for the community. Cool. All right, Shantea. So beloved, are you there? Indicate if you're there, because I do not want to do this whole reading if you are not there. Okay, so it's say you read. Are we pronouncing it correctly, Sharice? Because we don't want to mispronounce it. Sayuri, is that correct? All right, Shantea, let me know if you are on and if you hear me, because if not, I'm gonna run on over to Linda's family. All right, Linda, are you on? Because you have to be present for us to reveal this type of information. Linda, are you on? Shantea, are you on? Okay, let's see. Tanika, are you on? Okay, Linda's on. All right, Linda. So let's go ahead and knock your family out. What a beautiful family dynamic you have. Yes, Hanson, we got you. But we're going to do you all next. Okay, and Tanika's here. Beautiful. Hang around. Don't go anywhere because we're going to take care of you all. Shantea, this is the last call for you because I was going to do you before I start the families. If you are not here, I need to move forward. Going once. Going twice. All righty. So Linda, let's talk about your family. Your family is off the hook. So Linda, you are a 3. Bella is a 9. So that makes all the sense in the world why she agreed to call you to be her mother when she came this time. And Marquand is a 2. Marquand came to balance everything out up in that odd number party. So he is actually your balance. Marquand is your balance, and Bella is you times 3. You have got to keep that in mind because everything that is great and excellent in you is going to manifest as Bella. By the same token, everything that's a little bit cray-cray with you is going to manifest times 3 with Bella. So you have to keep in mind, you are her greatest role model. She watches everything that you do. So let's look at these chakras. For you, you always have to stay cognizant of your liver, the intake of fats, and your gallbladder. Liver, fats, and gallbladder. To the degree that she is your triple reflection, you've got to watch those in her. You really can't drink. Yeah, no, you just really can't. You also cannot live in fear because fear lives in the kidneys and in the liver. So you already have a propensity toward having challenges with your liver. When we try to keep family secrets, that destroys our liver. When we avoid being honest, it also destroys our good, Linda, good, wonderful, because your liver is not made up to be able to handle it. So that's beautiful. You got to watch your fats intake. Pay attention to what you're eating because your body handles fats a little bit different than other people. And always stay cognizant of your gallbladder, making sure that you do things to keep it flushed Talk to your gallbladder on a regular basis. Tell her that you love her, that you appreciate the work that she does. So you want to actually just Google, what is the function of my gallbladder? What is the function of my liver? And literally begin to speak blessings and life into both of those organs. When you get your babies, hold your babies and begin to pray over them. Now, you've got Marquand. Boy, listen here. Marquand has come in. He came in the world and kicked in the door. He's a number 2, so he is the epitome of Mayat. Wherever he goes, he is bringing balance. If things are out of balance, Marquand is like, listen, we're going to do this. We're not going to do this. We're going to set this in order. You're going to go sit down. He is that dude. That's the child you always want to have around. Woo! Marquand is not a game. For him, you always want to be cognizant of his digestive system. Make sure he's chewing his food all the way up. He's the child that actually does have to chew his food 25 times before he swallows, because he'll end up damaging the rest of his digestive system. He's the one that you need to continue to make sure is getting enough fiber in his diet so that he's having 2 to 3 bowel movements a day. That will consistently be a part of his life. So you want to, since you know that because of the way he's lined up numerologically in your life, you want to make sure that as his mother, you stay on top of it. Slide him a little prune juice. You can mix it with coconut water if he doesn't love the taste, but slide all that through. His lymphatic system. You want to make sure, especially during the summer, but even in your house during the winter, you want to go to Walmart and get a rebounder. They range between $52 and $74. Have him jump on it 10 minutes a day. That's going to keep his lymphatic system moving, because we already know that he has challenges with his lymphatic system. So since we know he has challenges with his lymphatic system, we want to go ahead and be proactive and make sure that we prevent him having those problems. Also with his chest area is very, very vulnerable. So you want to stay cognizant of that. Now, as far as Bella goes, kidneys, muscles, and her genitals. So just like you've got the challenge with your liver, she's got the challenge with her kidneys. All of that goes back into fear. So you've got to make sure that you keep her in a safe enough environment where she is not fearful, where she's not afraid to talk to you. Now, she needs to speak to you respectfully, but she can't be afraid to talk to you. Okay? She can't be afraid to talk to you. Okay, Shantea, I see you. As soon as I finish with Linda, then Ramael is going to go, and then I'll come right back to you. So we want to make sure that she feels comfortable enough and safe enough to be able to talk to you, because her kidneys cannot handle fear. So let's look at the troubled chakra specifically for you, and then let's look at it for Bella and for Marquand. All right. I like Marquand. Honey, his little energy, he is just not having it. Yes, Shantea, I do see that you're here. I see that you're here, but I'm in the middle of somebody else. So I'm going to come back to you just as soon as I finish, beloved. I see it. All righty. So I'm pulling 5 cards for you, Linda. Give me a number between 1 and 5 so that I can go ahead and take care of you. And we're going to be doing 5 cards for each of your children, so definitely be ready, okay? And there is about a 25-second delay, so I'm definitely aware of it. Okay, Linda, number 3 for you. Woo-wee. Linda, 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 Linda. Yes, ma'am. So this is coming up as your crown chakra, and it's also coming up as creation, okay? So for you, you need to wear your hair natural. Weave and wigs work against you specifically, okay? You need to be natural and stay natural. The ends of your hair are your receptors. They're your spiritual receptors. So when the spirit world is trying to pour messages down into your crown, if there is something that's blocking it, then they're not able to connect with you like they want to. So if you got weave, if you got wigs, if you got whatever that's not your hair, what it does, especially if you're using human hair, you still have that other woman's energy in that hair and it throws you off. So when you have your natural hair, you want to part it in the middle, put just a little bit of coconut oil in it and sit in direct sunlight. That's going to continue to raise the vibration of your crown chakra. And that's exactly where you're having the challenge. Now let's look at Miss Bella. Miss Bella. Woo-wee! Yes, indeed. Bella the Beautiful. All right, let's look and see what we've got. Let's do a number between 1 and 5 for Bella so we can look and see what's going on with her chakra system. Yes, ma'am. What is the number for Bella? Three. Okay. 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 So this speaks to her solar plexus. Okay. And it's coming up as dissipating. Dissipating. She needs to be able to be in a place where she is grounded. Her solar plexus deals with her will. As much as she can, she needs to not be constricted by bras. Where that causes you, okay. So first of all, your baby is right on the cusp of Virgo and Libra. All right. So she's a genius. That's who you pushed out a genius. She's here. All right. So when you're dealing with that level of genius, you can also deal with the same level of depression. She needs to go braless, not out in public, but around the house and everywhere. Because when she wears a bra, it cuts off the connection between her will and her heart. So her heart chakra and her solar plexus need to have free energy so that she can flow so she doesn't feel stagnated. Okay. So right now, she is the walking example of the scripture that says a double-minded man is unstable in all their ways. So you want to give her the liberty to be able to show up in full freedom, to be able to flow. Because right now there's a stagnation. So she'll put her mind to something, she'll set to do it, then it dissipates. It's like, just it's too much, forget it. If we can get those energies flowing, then her heart will be in it, because where her treasure is, there her heart will be also. But if her will is dissipating, she's not going to do anything. So we want to help her to get over that. So finally, let's look at Mr. Marquand. Marquand, the man. Yes, indeed. Marquand is not playing. He is not playing it. He is a builder. He will do excellent in anything that deals with construction. He'd be an excellent politician. He would just be absolutely excellent, because he is a young man that his yay is a yay and his nay is a nay, and he is simply not having it. So he's one of those, what did I just say? What did I just say? Did I stutter? He is that all day long. So let's pick a number for Marquand, and then we'll be finished with your family. Marquand is the man. And so you can't even get upset with him when he displays that attribute. That's who you brought to the planet. Like, that's who he is. He says he wants to be a lawmaker and an architect all day. All day. He has every attribute to do that. That's just who he is. So yeah, we can't be mad at him. What number do we have for him so we can go ahead and look at his affected chakra? And Ramael, after we finish with him, you can go right ahead and do the Hanson family.
Yes.
So just waiting for Linda. Like I said, I know we've got a little bit of a delay, and then we can go forth. Marquand said, you pronounce his name wrong. Oh, it's Marquand. Okay, how else do you pronounce it? Marquand? How you pronounce it? M-A-R, Mar, Q-U-A-N, Quan. I want to pronounce his name right. I know.
Quan.
Oh, Quan. Marquand. Baby, forgive me. Marquand, have your mama put the number in here so I can figure out which chakra is not working, because I see your throat chakra is definitely working, Marquand. Woo! Yes, he checked that quick. I told you, he is the check baby. Marquand. Linda, what number are we choosing for the card for Marquand so we can move forward now that we have Marquand's name clarified? Hallelujah, glory. Oh, I love that child. He is, yes, I love him. He is everything. Mm-hmm. Come on, Linda, so we can move forward. We got a family of 50 to do next, and then we've got to move forward. Let's see what we got. Okay, 5. There we go. For Marquand. Woo. Release, release, release. And so his also is his crown chakra. So that speaks again about him definitely being your child and purposely choosing you as his mother. You have to be very, very careful anytime you're emotional around him, because he is an empath. He picks up everything with you. He picks up the things that you say to him and the things that you don't. You have to remember that he is a returning ancestor. So he is more spiritually sensitive than most of the adults around you, because he is able, he's just returning back. He has not been taught, oh, that's stupid, oh, that's dumb, you ain't hear that. No. So he's fully connected to you. You can never speak negative about family members and relatives around him, because he takes that to heart as well. The release portion here is the release of grief. Okay. So he's not the child you really want to take to funerals, Linda, very honestly. He's not the child that you want to take to funerals, because he sees everything. He sees the spirits that are being released. He sees everything. So that actually puts him into a fear mode, because he don't know how to say, hey, Ma, do you see them 3 people walking over there? Nobody else sees them, but I see them. Okay. So be very, very cognizant of who he is. Be cognizant of even taking him to grave sites. All right. Right now, because of his sensitivity, it affects him. So let him stay at home. If he tells you, Mama, I don't want to go, don't go through this whole guilt trip about, well, that was your grandmama, that was, no. Because when he tells you he's seeing stuff, that baby is seeing everything, just like you're hearing me right here. So he is an amazing, amazing blessing to you. Every night you need to grab him and pray over him, pray protection over his mind, over each hemisphere of his mind, so that he will be able to stay balanced. Because to be as gifted and talented as he is, if the wrong people are around him, they'll convince him that he's crazy. But no, Marquand is that man. Marquand is going to grow up and be an excellent gentleman. He already has everything in his alignment to be a gentleman, and we don't see gentlemen often. So thank you for bringing him to the earth, Linda. All right, go right ahead with the Hanson family, and then I will take care of Shantea and Tanika's family, and we will call it a day.
Okay. All right. So I've got up, it's Danielle, right? That's the mother.
No. Yenny, this is Yenny and Hanson.
Okay. So Yenny's the mother.
Right. Danielle didn't push none of them 15 babies out. All of that was Yenny.
Let me put the, all right, because I'm not even looking at the dates. I'm just looking at the names now.
I got you.
Hold on. Let's see here.
It was a little scattered, so I got you.
All right. So Yenny Hanson. All right. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got it. All right. So let me see something here. Wow. This is an interesting relationship.
Mm.
You all have a interesting dynamic because in some ways you absolutely positively match, but the clash can often be in how you communicate certain things. With Yenny is a sacrificer. She's going through learning and understanding how to even put herself first in the family dynamic. She's learning even what sacrifice looks like and when not to sacrifice, with her son being in house 8. Hanson is the 180-degree opposite. He comes with a lot of structure. With the sun in Capricorn, house 10. So his sun is in its natural house. So structure is important. He thinks structure. He is structure on the mental platform. With Hanson, the way he communicates it is not always clear. With that Sagittarius and Mercury, which is in semi-sextile to his sun, this is that aspect of Hanson where his thoughts can be a little bit more scattered when he communicates them. In his head, they're clear, right? But once they come out to the public, and that's both him on a mental and emotional standpoint. Whereas Yenny, there's a conflict between how she thinks and how she feels, right? Because of that sun in Cancer, moon in Sagittarius. In one way, she's sacrificing when it comes to getting things done, just on a normal daily basis, how I think. But then when it comes to the emotional part, she's actually, learning a lot of emotional intelligence, learning how not to run away and how to actually stand up and deal with certain issues. And that's a big life lesson. Okay. The Sagittarius rising for Yenny and the the Pisces rising for Hanson. This is where your dynamic when you first met. This is a relationship where you may not have first come together like, oh, I want to be with him and I want to be with her, but this looks like more of a we grew together, grew on each other type of attraction, and we learned how to blend and how to work with each other. You have a lot of interesting dynamics. You have a lot of things that are the same, but the communication thing is where a lot of your work is going to come in. Hanson doesn't want to hurt anyone. He's actually one of those people who, if he hurts someone's feelings or if he, even if he was to physically fight someone, especially someone he loves, he's a person who feels bad about it. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's just naturally who he is. And he's learning how to be more grounded and assertive because he has that Mars in his house 12. Okay, whereas Yeni is also, of course, doesn't want to hurt anyone, but that Mars in Cancer, this is where there's a tendency to overly sacrifice, to overly give, to be, more emotional in situations that may be called for. So there's also a learning of emotional intelligence in this department there too, especially when problems arise. So that blend is where, you all are teaching each other. This would be, you all would be good to get compatibility charts done, because and once you learn how to communicate, learn even better, because I mean you have all these children, you're evidently have been together for
Some
a
kind of
while.
communication.
Huh?
They
Same
got
here.
some kind of communication
Right,
going on, right?
right. So and that's where your Venuses meet.
Mhm.
And this is where the Venuses meet. The Venus in Virgo for Yeni, the Venus in Scorpio
Oh.
for Hanson. So that's where you all meet. But with Hanson, um, with that Venus in Scorpio, there's a tendency not to be always upfront, to not know how to share. There's the constant testing of loyalty. So there could be issues there as far as him questioning or trying to make Yeni prove loyalty. Um, Yeni is very much a server. She when she loves you, it's whatever you said you wanted for your birthday. She listened to you a year ago, and you got every detail for your birthday that you asked for, that you never asked for. But she was talking, so she heard you say you like that watch. She heard you say that was a nice robe, and she got it. That's who she is. Okay. So there's really not a need to necessarily test that loyalty all the time. Where's the, yeah. Now let me look at the children. And let's see here. Hanson Jr. Um, Interesting. He had, the Mars in Pisces also with him. You want to make sure that Hanson Jr. knows himself. That Mars in Pisces with him can be, I don't want to, it can cause him not to assert himself when it's necessary, because he doesn't want to hurt anyone, but also because of a fear of being hurt and not stepping up to the plate. And what happens is that then that's where he comes down on himself later. The Mars in Pisces, although it's great for humanity, it's a very humanity-oriented placement. There's a tendency, if there's a lack of confidence there, that becomes the big issue. And because of that North Node in Cancer, he's being pushed to learn how to be more loving and to be more sacrificing, right? So you want to feed him confidence. You want to talk, speak life and love into him. As a father, you want to have Hanson Sr. be a great example of that, of masculinity and manhood, showing him things on purpose, how to assert himself, even putting him in things such as, yeah, he's going to be great at learning a lot of things. You could actually put him in martial arts. You could put him in speech and debate. He has the ability to be great in a lot of things with that Sagittarius Jupiter, Sagittarius Sun. So don't be shy with letting him explore, because he's going to need to explore. But the key for the parents is to make sure that he finishes what he starts, because that's huge, and that you don't not allow him to fail because of laziness. So there's that tendency to procrastinate that can be in there. And so that procrastination can cause a lot of failures with the Sagittarius, looking over details, missing details. So make sure he starts what he finishes, and make sure that when he succeeds, that he's given the proper recognition, but also when he fails, he's given the proper structure for success the next time. Okay, Danielle, the Leo sun, Virgo. So Danielle, interesting enough, uh, does not see herself. Hold on, is Daniel, not, or is it
No, it's Danielle.
Danielle?
Mhm,
Okay, so
mhm.
it's a girl. Okay. Um, she does not see herself the way that the world sees her. Danielle comes off as pure. Danielle comes off as someone who has it all together. She has that constant poker face to people. That's how people see her. Okay, but that's not how she sees herself. So beware of helping her to understand who she really is. Because that Leo sun, that's the pride, that's the boisterousness, that's the have fun, sign. That is one who can be have conversations with anyone, flirtatious. But the world sees her and who she really is, because who you are is your rising. Who you think you are is your sun.
I
Okay.
think we stuck a child in there. I
This,
don't see a Danielle. Danielle, okay, the Danielle that you're looking at was that 811?
let me go up here and see. Let me go back.
Because that might have been my Danielle. Right.
Uh,
Look, she's like, I birthed a bunch of babies.
but
Don't know
yeah,
what Danielle.
right up.
Yeah. So Aylin, is that Aylin? What's the birthday of the child you looking at? Because I know they got
August
like
11,
25
81.
kids. So
Okay, so I didn't put her in birthing class one time too often. So
so
let me
I
go to,
know, right? Aylin is 8412. Is that the one you're looking at?
I can bring it up.
No. What's the birthday of the? Because that could be one of their children. We just want to put the right name on this child because they
Oh, no,
have
no, because I
like
got
55
Aylin. I
children.
got Aylin. So I just had the wrong child. I got
Okay.
Aylin in here. Yeah,
All right.
yeah, I got Aylin. I just was,
Yeah, you're talking about we don't have a Danielle. Yes, you
you
do.
didn't birth this many. What's wrong with
Right.
you? Now here's what's interesting. Aylin has a Leo sun too.
Okay.
Now, she has the Leo sun, Pisces moon.
And this is
Okay, and I
Aylin.
want you all to understand this. Um, automatically, I know from here that Aylin came during a time where the mom and dad were not exactly on the same page. Now, what happens with Aylin is that she has that tendency to um, have the emotional and mental conflict within herself, and it's based on the emotional and the mental conflict or the relationship of the parents at the time of conception. At the time of conception, so you have got to teach her how to mend this. She can be. It's like that conflict of your girlfriends calling you or your fellas calling you saying, "Hey, let's hang out," and you getting dressed, and then 30 minutes later you find yourself in the bed with all your clothes off, like I ain't going anywhere. And that's the conflict for her life. In one place, in her son mentally, she's out there, she's fun, she likes to have a good time. Like I said, that's the flirtatious, that's the go-getter. The sun or the Leo represents the bright, shining sun. That's the first thing we're looking at. But then emotionally, okay, she is very, very deep. She feels, um, she takes in everyone's energy. She may be prone to get tired when she's around a lot of people. Okay, she has she picks up emotions. She also needs that bentonite clay bath with magnetic hematite. Okay, needs it. I'm going to say if you haven't been doing it, you may want to do it 2 or 3 times in a week for the first couple of weeks, and then she needs to probably do it once every week to keep that energy off of her. Okay, because she's feeling it, she's taking it in. Now, interesting enough, again, you go to her Venus in Gemini. This is where her emotional conflicts are coming up. She has a Venus in Gemini, but a moon in Pisces. So it's almost like I don't know whether I'm coming or going. The Venus in Gemini it comes off detached. So now she's a person who hides her feelings a lot of times. She doesn't you don't really know if she's really all in, but she really is all in, and she doesn't know how to express them yet. And so then that's where you have that Leo Mercury come in, where when she's upset, she may say something that she doesn't mean, because that filter between the moon and Mercury is in a quincunx, which means that they're complete opposites. And that's the same thing that's happening with her sun and her moon. So she's a child who really needs meditation. Travel is going to be wonderful for her. Travel is going to be wonderful. With that North Node in Sagittarius, she may be a child that marries someone from a different country or a different state and eventually moves. Don't hold her back. Allow her. She may want to travel. Allow her to, to get out and do those things. Those are going to be things that help balance her back out. Feed her information. Teach her emotional intelligence. That's going to be very, very helpful. Okay. So I did Hanson Jr. I did Aylin.
And those are their children.
All right, because I think we got what, one or two more, right?
We got Keon. We did Hanson Jr. And there's a baby that just showed up. It was a new baby. Hold on. Because everybody's kind of scattered because that's how they came in. Hold on. There's a brand new baby that was born last year.
Yes.
You got him too, right?
Well, I got Keon up.
Right. Keon is 2004.
Yep.
And then we got another baby that was born last year. That was Hanson Jr., right? No. Let's see. Hey, Yenny, with all of your 95 children, and you put them all in at different times. Give me, how many total children are we looking at for you? I think it's 4. We want to make sure we take care of all of them. I see Aylin, I see Keon, I remember Hanson Jr., and let's see what we got.
Keon?
Yeah, you got Keon, right?
Yes.
Right. Keon was 8.
Yeah, I got that.
That's 8/1/2014. 2004. So let me see who else we have. Let me scroll up. Hold on. I just know there's no Daniel. That's all I know. There is no Daniel. Hold on. It's 4 full children. Leon. Okay, so there's a Keon and a Leon, or was that a typo? Just so we're clear. Oh no, Leon is the little baby. You have a Keon and a Leon. I love it. Okay, so we got Leon. Leon was 11/27/20 out of Jacksonville. This is Leon with the L. Then we've got Keon with the K, and he's 8/1/2004. So they are 2 separate babies. I love it.
I got him. Got him. Got him.
Go right ahead.
Now, interesting enough. Okay, so let's look at Leon.
Okay.
Leon, Sagittarius sun, moon, Taurus. Leon's born during another time where possibly wasn't on the same page. Keon, born with a Leo sun, moon Aquarius. You all were on the same page in your relationship at that point. Interesting how those things will play out, but they literally play out in your children. Just based on the sun and the moon, I can tell whether or not where that relationship was. And that doesn't mean that you're all on the brink of divorce, but there's times in relationships where you're just going in different directions and you have to mend that direction and things like that. So that's why I tell people to pay attention and be careful when you have children, because the child will manifest based on the state of the parents' relationship and the parents at that time. Absolutely. So we have to get out of the habit of having makeup sex. It ain't healthy. It's not healthy sex. And it's not healthy to have children with makeup sex. So we, that programming, and it's great because there's passion there. That ain't the time to do it. Mm-hmm. That ain't the time to bear children, because they have conflicts within themselves when you do it. Okay. Now, they, Keon and Leon, although different, have a lot of similarities with the Leo sun and Sagittarius sun. Where they're different is emotionally. So this is where Leon has that stubborn streak, right? But Keon also has an issue with seeing where he has caused conflict and trouble. And that's that. So although that can seem the same, it's two different versions of the of emotions. The Aquarius in Leon wants information. He is going to be very well rounded, you know, in a lot of spiritual matters, and he's going to be able to understand people and you know, going to attain a lot of spiritual information throughout his life. His big issue is that detachment. He can come off detached or uninvolved or have a you know, a smart mouth sometimes, especially with the fact that his Mercury's in Virgo, and the issue that has with the Sun in Leo and the Moon in Aquarius. The Leo and Virgo is a semi-sextile, so they're in conflict. The Virgo and Aquarius is a quincoke, so they're in conflict. So that's why sometimes Keon can be conflicted in his speech. Okay, that's where he can come off. He loves to speak thoroughly. He loves to speak profoundly. But the Leo wants him to hurry up and the Virgo wants him to slow down. And so you need to teach him how to take it in, think about it first, and then speak. Okay, that's a process for him. Okay, with Leon, he has that Sagittarius sun, Scorpio Mercury, semi-sextile. So this is where his mind can be spacey. He does not like conflict. He does not like to deal with conflict. Where's the Mars and Aries? That gives him the aggression. Okay, but he doesn't really like conflict. But he's quick to solve problems, but it doesn't always come out right. Because the Scorpio and the Sagittarius, they don't really have a lot in common. So there's no smooth transition from thought to speech when it comes to the mentals. Now, when it comes to him emotionally, interesting enough, he does a better job. Can do a much better job at speaking from the heart than he does with speaking from the mind. Because the Taurus and Scorpio, the elements work well together. They're good. Earth, water. They help each other. So he can speak from the heart. So teaching him how to mend that, slow down his speech when things are going on. Get him to slow down also. Take his time. Sort out his feelings and emotions and his thoughts. Sort them out first. He needs structure. Okay. He's going to want to run away from structure because Sagittarius don't really care for structure that much.
Right. No.
But his is in house 10. So he needs his father to teach him the structure. So dad has to stay on him to make sure he also finishes what he starts. Okay. Now, his North Node is in Gemini, Leon. So Leon is learning to plant roots. He's learning to be more an intricate part of his community. He's learning to even be closer to his siblings. And it's in house 4. So that's a big thing for him. Okay, he's probably going to be the one who helps to teach his siblings a lot of things. Okay, whereas Keon, his North Node is in Taurus. So that also means that he's going to be very grounded. He's going to be about his money. He's learning how to be connected in the third dimension, but to keep his aesthetics right. He's learned how to take care of finances. He's going to do some things surrounding children with that house 5. He's going to learn money management. He may be prone to overspending on things, or spending without thinking sometimes. Not really worrying about the cost of things, because his moon is in house 2, which also again goes to emotional spending.
Right.
So just think about those things, both wonderful children, not huge amounts of conflict. Let me look at this Uranus. No, Keon with the Uranus in Pisces and house 3, watch his relationship with his siblings, because he can take things very personal, very, very personal. He can be hurt by his siblings and hold it, and hold grudges. Okay. And they will never know, but that can manifest in their relationships for years to come. Okay. With Leon's being in Taurus, that positioning, he actually may end up being the person who helps his siblings financially, helps to keep them grounded. He's going to have he's going to be more sentimental about things. So there's sensitivity with both of them. But make sure Keon learns how to get past holding grudges, because trust me, he will not forget if his siblings do something to him. If they hurt him, it can be a thing where he holds that grudge for a long time. So you want to teach him that emotional development. Okay.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Ramael. And if people want to get in touch with you and get astrological readings from you, how would they reach you?
Well, you can find me on Facebook at with Ramiel, RAHME'(EL) space capital EL Bay space Bay BEY. My email address is RAHMEEL1, the numeral 1 at hotmail.com.
Hold on. I'm putting it in here. All right. On Facebook, it's
RAHMEEL. So my first.
What is it on Facebook? I'm putting Facebook in for you first.
Oh, RAHME'(EL)
Okay.
space LEL space Bay BEY.
Okay. And what's your email?
RAHMEEL, the numeral 1 at hotmail.com.
And can they call you?
Yes.
Okay.
510-320-3097. And I'm actually holding a class. This is my holder class, and then I'm starting the new one. I started in March. And anyone who wants to learn how to do astrology, wants to learn how to do others' birth charts, who wants to learn how to teach and help other people with their birth charts, that's what the class is for. So it's not necessarily a class for people who just want to learn about your birth chart, although you will. It's a 6-month course where we actually go into teaching people who want to teach about birth charts. So if you're interested in that, it's for those who are very serious. It does cost, and you can hit me up for details. You can text me or call me. I prefer that you text me first or something like that, because if I don't know the number, sometimes I won't answer depending on what's going on with my day. So if you text me, I'll always text you back. If you call, most of the time I'll answer, but if I don't, just text me. But that course starts in March, but people are putting down their deposits now. I'm only taking 8 people because it's a very intimate class. It's a very serious thing. So you want to get your birth chart done, compatibility charts for your children, financial, charts, love and relationship charts, anything, just hit me up and I'll get back to you.
Awesome. All right, Shantae, we're going to do you next, and then we're going to take care of Tanika's family. I'm putting my information in here. It's best just to text me. That's going to be your best way to get in touch with me so we can take care of you. So Let's look at Miss Shantea. Shantea, you are a number 9. So being a number 9, it is not a game. The things that you want to constantly be concerned about are your kidneys, your muscles, and your genitals. Your kidneys, your muscles, and your genitals. You are a young lady that needs to be in the gym on a regular basis. Unsweetened cranberry juice needs to go in your body, diluted by water in a shot every day. Every day. Indeed, every day. So, Shantea, you want to make sure that you get a shot glass. Do not get the ocean spray, any of that trash. You need the real unsweetened cranberry juice. Half a shot glass. The rest with alkaline or distilled water. And then drink it in a shot, because that's what's going to fortify your kidneys. You should not drink straight cranberry juice. It is just the unsweetened. It's a lot to take in. It can be worse than wheatgrass. So you want to be gentle to your body, but you want to fortify and build up your kidneys. So that working out in the gym, constantly making sure that you're doing calisthenics, doing the weights, keeping yourself together in that, that's going to get your muscles where they need to be before you get older. Okay. And so, yes, you are a Life Path 9. Life Path 9 is a wonderful, wonderful. You are that sister that shuts it down, that does not play, that does not have it. And that's a wonderful thing, because people don't get a chance to really play with you and to waste your time. So I am pulling 5 cards for you. Shantae, I need a number between 1 and 5 so we can go ahead and get you taken care of and then move forward to Tanika and family. Shantae, are you still here? Shantae going once. Shantae going twice. All righty, we're going to move forward. Okay, so Tanika, and tonight we are only taking 5 people. That's it. You're going to need to come in, whatever text you put in, you need to put your children so that we're not all over the place. And we're going to get in and out, and we'll be sharing 30 minutes. Tanika, baby, your family is off the charts. You couldn't have found a better alignment with yourself and your children. So with you, you are a 33. That master number right there is off the charts. You are naturally honest, compassionate, inspirational. You are a money magnet. You are also a blessing magnet. So much of what comes to you from generations of people who did not get their just due. So that comes to you automatically. Then Zovia is a 1. Okay, so she is an automatic leader. That is who she is. And then Zavion's a 10. So he is everything that Zovia is, plus it's magnified. Whoa. Okay. So the areas that you want to definitely stay concentrated on: your lumbar spine, your parathyroid, and your throat. You want to keep them protected at all times. You want to constantly be sipping teas so that you can just nurture your throat. When you get upset, you need to go quiet instead of yelling. So just let yourself just calm down. Don't take all that energy, exerting it. Let people get scared when you start talking just like this. Okay? Okay, so what I'd like you all to do, when you do that, it's going to scare people more than when you start screaming and hollering, and that's going to be a lot better for you. So let's look at Zovia and Xavion so that we can look at what they need to stay concentrated on. Their heart, blood, and circulation. Heart, blood, and circulation. So you want to make sure that those are the three areas. They need to always be out playing. They need to be walking. If you go out to like the walking trails, bundle them up, let them just go and have a ball on a regular basis. Always make sure you're making compounds that build up their blood and that strengthen their heart, because those are the areas that you want to concentrate on with them. And like I said, for you, lumbar spine, parasympathetic, and your throat. So let's look in here, start with you, and we'll see the chakra that is most affected. And I do appreciate you sitting there. You said you're patiently waiting. I appreciate you patiently waiting. All right, let's see what we have. Number between 1 and 5, please, ma'am, for you. And then we're going to do the same for the children. Tanika, waiting for a number between 1 and 5 for you. Okay, 5. All right, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So this just confirms, and I love it when everything aligns. This confirms that's your throat chakra, okay? That's your throat chakra, and it ties into vanity. And so with that, what you want to do is make sure that you are speaking from a balanced and holistic place, that you're never speaking out of your ego, but that you're always speaking from a place of gratitude and appreciation. Those are going to help to get you much, much further than anything that appears to be covered in any ulterior motives. So you want to always make sure that your speech comes from a place of gratitude, a place of kindness and compassion every time that you speak. You can't afford for anything that you share to come from a place of, I know it all, even though you may, okay? Because it then turns around and becomes a negative to you, all right? So let's look at Zovia, see what we get for her. And number between 1 and 5 for Zovia, please, ma'am. Three for Zovia, beautiful. All right. Okay. Oh, this is awesome. All right, so this is her solar plexus, and this is dealing with enlightenment. Her solar plexus and dealing with enlightenment. So what that's saying for her is to make sure, even wherever she sleeps, if she's still in a crib, wherever she is, make sure that under that bed you keep yellow stones, so that as she gets visitations when she sleep between 10 and 2 and the ancestors are visiting her and they're channeling into her, that she is able to align her will with what they are downloading to her. So she is, hold on, let me get my pendulum so I can read and see which one. Okay. Okay. So, right. She is indeed a crystal child. I want you to Google crystal children. She chose you on purpose because she knew you could trust her to cultivate her gifts. If she was placed in the wrong womb, she would be set up for abuse. You have to protect her. You have to actually, for her, be what people would call overprotective. And you're going to have to ignore some of your family members that tell you that you're being overprotective over her just because of the set of gifts that she came to the planet with. I would highly encourage you to reach out to me so we can do life purpose, spiritual gifts, and psychic abilities for the three of you all, but especially with her, because then you'll better understand when she says certain things to you that this is not just her talking, that she's actually being used as a channel to you so that you can get proper instruction. She is off the hook. When you find yourself being overprotective, don't trip. You're not wrong. That's your ancestors leading you. I don't care what family members tell you what, they were not given Zovia. Okay. Now let's look at Xavion. Let's look at him. His little energy is so light. I love his energy. It is so light. I love it. All right. So let's do Xavion. And Xavion is not going to let anybody get on his nerves. That's what you got to understand. Xavion's not going to let anybody get on his nerves. All right, Shantae, I'll pull your cards as soon as I finish with this family. He's just not. He's that man. He is the epitome of don't worry, be happy. Yeah, he is that man. So let's see. What do we have for Xavion? What number for Xavion? And then we can be finished. Let's see. And then Shantae, I'll go back and I'll pull yours. Two for Xavion. Okay. Okay. Now, which way are we looking? Let's see. As the caretaker over. Okay. Excellent. Got it. Woo! Okay. Tanika, you birthed the real deal. He is that man that goes through and his hugs are healing. He has the heart that he has because he has a heart for victims to help them to transition over to become survivors. You've got to be very, very protective over him because people will seek occasions to use him, especially trifling women. Okay. So you want to be very, very careful. And then while you're playing, there are older men who will try to take advantage of him as well because of his heart. So yes, you have two very gifted, very special. Is he a rainbow? Hold on. What is he? Yeah. Now he's a rainbow child. I want you to go and research that as well. You got blessed with two superpowered gifts. So anything in you that's not in alignment, sis, you got to cut it off and align it because they're watching everything. They're absorbing all of your energy. They shared your body. Okay. So anything you know you got to cut off, sis, you got to cut off. There are about 3 people in your life in the next 90 days that are getting ready to be gone. Let them go because they will not be in alignment with your babies. Spirit said, let them go. Life is going to be a little different for you over the next 9 years in their full cultivation. You didn't have babies, you birthed gods. That's what you got, okay? And so understand that shifts your life. You're not just a mom. You can never be the soccer mom. That's just not the children that you have. So the better that you understand their life purposes, their psychic abilities, their spiritual gifts, as well as yours, you'll understand why they attracted you as their mother, why they said, we choose her to be our mother. And then you can learn how to be able to cultivate their gifts. They are two totally different people, but they are the same people. Remember, they're both ones. However, Xavion has that 0. So he's the amplification of Zovia. Okay. And they all, both of them reflect you. So you are their primary role model spiritually as well as physically. That's a large, large responsibility. It would be very, very wise for you to get a subscription to audible.com and to play it in their rooms, have a speaker so that it plays, so that every night they're hearing a new book. It doesn't matter if it seems like the book is too advanced. You have advanced beings, so you have to do advanced activities. They can't read, of course, but they can absorb almost on a 9th grade level right now. You got to really understand who you have. And so go through Audible, pull out your pendulum, your shells, whatever, feel the books that speak to you and begin to play them as they sleep. They will be able to absorb them without a question. Okay. So thank you. And let me know if that resonates with you. But yeah, you got some amazing babies, sis. You got some amazing babies. And it speaks volumes about who you are, that those levels of ancestors chose your womb to want to reincarnate into. That is just, yeah, that speaks a lot about you, sis. I don't know you, but yeah, you're amazing. You're amazing. All right, Shantae, you said number 3. Let's see what we got for you. All righty. Look and see what we have. Give thanks and praise. All right. Wow, Shantae. Here we go. So you came up with the prayer card, dealing with your will. Everything will fall into alignment with you when you return back to prayer. You are a person that cannot do without prayer and meditation. Your life will stay unbalanced because your will being in line with Allah is all tied into your prayer life. When your prayer life is off, then your will is off and you show up as everything that harms. But when you mess around and become a prayer, so a person that is consistently in Allah's face, a woman that is sitting quietly in meditation, asking daily for her instructions, baby, you become unstoppable. You become unstoppable. There is nothing that can harm you. There is nothing that can stop you. But anytime you get it twisted and you allow the cares of the world to be more important to you, to take priority over prayer and over meditation, everything is going to consistently go wrong. They're not willing to let you go. You are a prayer. And all of that is tied into your solar plexus, which houses your will. So when you start dealing with your higher and your lower self, you can't do it without prayer. You can't read enough. You can't fast enough. Prayer and meditation is what's going to make you go through the roof, baby. Okay? Let me know if that resonates with you. Thank all of you all for coming out today. We had not planned to be here this long. We will not be here this long this evening. We're going to start at 8:08. Take the first 6 people. So I'll do 3. Ramael will do 3. and then we will go about our way. We appreciate you. You have our contact information. Give them your phone number again, please, Ramael.
It's 510-320-3097.
All right, and my number is 770-861-9906. Feel free to text each of us. We'll be more than glad to serve you. It's been such a pleasure to share with you. If you have not liked my YouTube channel, please go ahead and like it. We'll be doing a lot of things here for you all very, very soon. Have a